We are currently facing a rising extinction crisis. There are more species at risk of extinction now than ever before, and the rate of species extinction is accelerating. And it's all happening way faster than it did in the past. There are lots of reasons for this, but one of the biggest ones is that humans have really outcompeted other species for resources. But there might be a way to turn this around and use our big brains and our ingenuity to save some of the species that are most at risk. A new study published this week in the journal PNAS describes how artificial intelligence can be used to predict which species are most at risk of going extinct and to identify what kinds of threats they face. The hope is that this could help conservation efforts focus on the species and places that would have the biggest impact. To do this, researchers used a machine learning algorithm to analyze data on nearly 120,000 species. This included data on their geographic range, the types of habitat they need, and the threats they face. Things like invasive species and climate change. The AI was then able to use that data to predict the extinction risk for each of those species. What's more, the AI was able to identify where those threats come from. For example, in the Atlantic forest of South America, the model showed that more than half of the tree species there could go extinct due to the expansion of agriculture. Meanwhile, in the Madagascar spiny forest, the biggest threat to the unique plants and animals that live there is predicted to be climate change. Being able to predict which species are most at risk and why helps. Conservation efforts focus on the species and places that would have the biggest impact. Like, for example, the study found that while 43% of amphibian species are threatened, only 17% of them are currently on the IUCN Red List of threatened species. So the study suggests that we should probably be paying more attention to amphibians, since they seem to be in more danger than we thought. But this also raises some ethical and practical questions, like who decides which species get saved and which ones don't? And how do we make sure that the benefits of this technology are shared by all countries, and not just the ones with the most money? Despite these challenges, the authors of the study are optimistic that AI can help us protect biodiversity. The world's plant and animal species are in a tough spot, but maybe, just maybe, we can use our high-tech tools to give them a helping hand. This video was made possible by a university and a grant from a national foundation. Thank you for watching and learning with us.